I mean, we did say they need a lot of mobility back in goal because, again, there's going to be so many people going up against you. So, looking at the draft here, personally for me, I do like the amount of damage that Mythic Seal has, but this is a very difficult draft. They got to make sure that their micro mechanics.
No purifies at all. They're just all out here, right? So much more ways to evade from CC, but from Mythic Seal, it's really all about mobility and speed.
Oh, Bravest Fighter committed by Kun. Also uses the flicker to stun too, but that's pretty much it. They're not gonna force the fight any further. They're already okay. Mythic Seal's got the turtle. Really sped up things for Ken here, which I believe allowed them to rotate a lot faster. And that's another thing, I guess. I would expect the fast rotations from Corinthians, but it seems like it's Mythic Seals doing that this time around. It seems like they're able to anticipate where the bash is coming from. And speaking of anticipate, they try to lock him down. That's a beautiful Tsunami Slam committed onto Luis, allowing them to secure first blood. And Corinthians are not able to trade out anything for that.
Takes two to tango. You can't be aggressive if your opponents aren't actually walking up to fight you when you want to be aggressive, right? So as long as Mythic Seal continues to get free objectives, they won't be forcing Corinthians to a fight. They'll just be like, all right, sir, good day. We'll take this turtle and we'll be on our way.
And I feel like Kun has the decision to start things up. Oh, it's not Kun after all. I take it back. It's Boye. But Frost La Neve actually gets the turtle away from Mythic Seals. And still, however, they will try to go for the fight. But the SOD, it connects. And Upatizi might try to go for Boye. Thorndrose catches up. That's two members of Mythic Seals being the ones able to position themselves first. Or will they capture Ken? Oh, this is a very aggressive play from Luis and Frost La Neve for the second time around.
Conceal.
Someone with the Retribution has to get this right. Oh, but there goes the Tsunami Slam. They committed onto Kun, a very tanky member at that. SOD will connect. They might have to reposition for a bit. Crimson Beacon also used by Frost La Neve, but it's only Luis who's already pretty low on HP. Mythic Seal, it looks like they're still able to take on this fight, except Nico. And this time around, Flick steals away or takes that turtle from Mythic Seals.
Well played, Corinthians! So clean! What happened to the slugfest we saw in the grand finals? Here, they're just as clean as can be. No Sky Piercer stack for Frost La Neve, so that's the bad news. But the good news is, the lead is completely gone, and Upatizi is capitalizing on these waves in the side lanes, with the Granger forced to play with the team already.
Like this, like the Lancelot, even after that one moment wherein he failed to actually get the last hit onto the turtle, but Luis still has to revitalize though. Is this going to be the right decision? They're fully aware that there are 4 members of Mythic Seals trying to approach them in the mid lane. Oh, and they actually tried to go for it!
Hesu with the fist crack already can! With the electrifying beats, that's a kill over to Zippy! Sky Piercer stack picks up the gun. That certainly will be of much help for Mythic Seal. They need to crack open the front line before they can deal with wasting resources from your opponent, Corinthians. They've had to burn a flicker from Hesu, Tortoise's Poissance as well from Luis. They get a free turn up top of the wave. Now it's a conceal. Luis is looking for an opening, but he gets chunked instead. Remember, no Poissance!
And the Bravest Fighter is back. So is the Tsunami Slam to immediately take down Hesu. Luis is next. That's immediately 2 members. Phantom Execution used by Flick just to get away. And this is a clear signal for Mythic Seal.
Good fight. Really decisive. They punished again. They went for the feints. They baited out some massive resources. They go for it. There is a trade, however, for Upatizi. He was able to get a tier 2 down below. And Holy Shield, Sky Piercer stack for Zippy. Frost La Neve, 0. So far, Mythic Seal have had the better Sky Piercer investment. Fleeting time completed 2 for for Boye on the Kalea. What?
Okay, speaking of damage, you gotta respect Zippy. You gotta go for Zippy, but I feel like their attempt did not succeed. Now that's the counter conceal and engage coming in from Mythic Seals. Kun jumping in with the Bravest Fighter, and so will Boye with the title strike, and now Zippy's just free to target down Hesu. Ken did a great job as well in zoning out the other members of Corinthians on the back lines, and they'll be happy with that single pickoff, but it seems like they still want to go for more. Flick fortunately gets away, but that was a dangerous attempt.
Certainly. And you can see Nico just hovering over, trying to bait Flick over towards him. Good stun. Actually lands. Shield Unity cancel out by Bravest Fighter. Has to flick around a Lancer Flare.
Oh my goodness, these arrows.
And Frost La Neve gets the shot. Never mind.
Yeah, never mind. But that was clearly Mythic Seals still trying to respect whatever Corinthians can do in terms of defending.
Whoa,
but Boye,
whoa.
did he just put himself in a very dangerous spot? Ken finds the kill on Upatizi, however, but look at the other members falling by one in the hands of Zippy. And what better timing if not right before an objective? But will they still go for that even?
There's no better timing than to end the game right here. They won't want to go for the objective. They want to go and brawl it out for the battle for the win.
All right, this is going to be their attempt. There's the potential title strike. Doesn't land onto anyone, but they gain access to the base. Hesu using the fist crack, tries to clear the waves. There's a single minion left, however, and they will not have enough firepower to end it just yet. They have an incoming minion wave, though. But the other members of Corinthians, they've already gotten back.
Uh-oh, let's see. Mythic Seal went for a gamble to try to end the game. They're on the Lord already. SOD!
It connects. Nico dashes away, but Flick from behind. Could this be a game-changing steal? Oh, the Phantom Execution gets denied, but Ken, he will fall in the hands of Corinthians Esports, and now Flick finally steals away the Lord. Frostlaneve with a double kill. Finally, the Sky Piercer in action too, and that's 3 members down for Mythic Seals.
Look at the flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the fingers. What was that flick? Getting the kill on Zippy despite them with a nature, and now they're the ones knocking at Mythic Seal's base. Phantom Execution.
He actually went in, brave enough to try and take down Boye, but they focus on the inhibitor for now. But is this gonna be enough? There's the Purify for Upatizi. He has his eyes set on the base, but Boye gets to clear the minions, and now they have another incoming. SOD goes for Nico, but Ken
walks up, looking for like one piece. The base wide open. The mini waves just there as well. Flick taken down. Frostlaneve with the last shot, and Corinthians pull off a 1 straight push comeback.
I feel like those are things they definitely have to work on, because it's decision making in the late game, which was a major highlight in how this game was lost. Oh, for Luis,
Jed. I mean, still, same kind of idea, right? Someone goes in, you counter it, and then this kind of solves the problem that Zetian doesn't have that much damage,
You
right?
just burst him down.
Exactly.
You have help.
So that's an ultimate already down for Corinthians, but they still might want to go for this nonetheless. Luis flickers in, decides to go for Kun. Is that the right decision though? Fury of the Phoenix also committed as well. SOD will not land onto anyone just yet. And look at the sustain coming in from Kun. Actually takes down Luis instead, even though he was the one who tried to set things up first.
But it's Louise for Kun, worth it for Corinthians, especially because they're going to get this turtle for free. Ken is nowhere near, and Boye cannot get that fist fast enough. Zippy, though, actually finds a pretty good trade. Upa.
Wait for that cooldowns before the next objective, but Corinthians, it seems like they're planning to go for something else. It's not Boye, actually. Flix finds Nico and tries to go for him instead, but because of that disconnect, it seems like Louise will get punished now. There was a change of target. They've been here for like majority of the game. He did give out some energy shields to Zippy, but now it seems like he got way more.
Way too slow.
Than Zippy in this game. So now it feels like Corinthians might willingly be letting go of this hurdle, or they might be entrusting it to Flick and Hesu because they have other things in mind, but they no longer will contest. They just allow Upatizi to secure the turret instead.
Corinthians have just been playing so smart. SOD lands.
Oh, are they gonna fight?
Doesn't look like they need to. They will take it just for a faster rotation.
It will work best, considering that they're with a Zetian mid, if they get to include Upatizi in the rotation, so they have a bit more of damage source whenever they try to go for the setup. But Flick, he might just actually be taken down here. He wasn't supposed to be there, and look at that, this big fist crack combo coming in from Boye. Luis is next to fall. But Corinthians, they're doing their best to hold on this mid lane turret.
That shoulder bash from the Phobius, Spear of Misery from Zippy, yada yada with Nico too. And this Phobius is really taking control of the game right now, but I don't know if he's going to survive a 1v3.
He's taking so much attention, and now they try to burst him down. Ken is nearby though, and they don't know it. Upatizi fortunately has the flicker, so he gets to survive, but that was a close call. And still, they don't get to take down Kun. Nico Nearby, using the lantern flares. Oh, there was the ejector trying to save Hesu, but then the Crimson Beacon was also committed.
Clinical. They're no longer the team we saw in game number 1 in the lead, while being in the lead. Maybe LaFell was right. Maybe they just got to start off behind, and then they'll come back with discipline. So far, that's been the name of the game. SNB goal difference. Look at that. 762 goal lead on the Phobius. There are ways to beat the CC in lane, and Kun is doing it. Curtain call baited out.
Kun is showing us how, but Flick tries to go for Ken actually. This is actually the first time they get to take a kill away, or the second time they get to take a kill away from Kun, but Fist break, Fiskra again. Upatizi in danger, but still finds the double kill. Upatizi gets taken out too though, so that's a 2-for-1. But the turtle fight's still going on.
Cancelled out. Electrifying beats. Now the Phantom Execution as well. Turtle reset. Nico in the midst of it all. Flick wins out the red tree, and Nico will fall to Jesus yo-yos as the curtain call locks him down. Being too split up at the start. They went in 1 by 1. Mythic Seal hold up.
Oh, they're gonna go for this. Oh, wow. Ken could barely move. Flicker used supposedly
Nice
to
reaction.
Kun. Yes, but it was committed onto Hesu. Nonetheless, still a pick-off for Corinthians Esports. He actually hesitates, doesn't go for the recall just yet, and Corinthians might be able to set up for this upcoming Lord.
Wow.
That's a fleeting thing?
This is a utility Zetienne. Frost La Neve has built a fleeting time. It's really just working a peel. Number 1, it's a peel for Upatizi. Second, that global ult for the stun. It's a utility Zetienne as they go for the Lord.
Okay, SOD, that'll connect. That'll be a huge problem. Oh, yeah! Gets the last hit on the Lord, and the fight is still going. Kun might be traded down here, but Upatizi, very dangerous, will be the target for Zippy, but he goes for Hesu first, and still will be able to catch up somehow, but they need to commit the conceal. 3 members in exchange of only Kun, and Upatizi now make that 4.
Mythic Seal just need to be behind for them to win. They are behind, we're behind, and then they had a clinical fight around the Lord. Corinthians didn't know what hit them. The conceal cancel with the Dark Wave onto 2 was beautiful by Kun, and a Lantern Flare for Frost La Neve. Remember, no damage. It's utility build, so defending this is gonna be quite hard.
That's why when they don't get to be or to pull off these successful setups.
Okay. Because that was one of the conceals of all time. Now this is a conceal.
Okay, the SOD
they
doesn't
jump on
land.
Upa.
And there's the Fury of the Phoenix in an attempt to stop them in their tracks, but multiple members get stunned by Mythic Seals. Hesu and Luis, the front liners are down. They get to take out
Zippy?
Kun though, but Zippy, what a brave attempt from the gold laner of Mythic Seals. Nearly gets taken down too.
Oh man, that was so unfortunate. But they're not actually blitzing the Lord. As long as the Lancelot's still alive, they still have a shot. That's a fist crack.
Oh, a beautiful catch. Ken was brought down to almost 60% in that sequence though, and they know the resources that were used. So that might mean a lot for Corinthians Esports now that they've been able to all catch up in this potential Lord fight. So is Kun though.
Zippy, oh my lord.
Oh, look at the damage from Zippy. They get to receive that curtain call, however, and the Fury of the Phoenix does a great job. Oh! Corinthians Esports actually get the objective, but will they be able to make it out alive? That is going to be the question. Hesu doing his best to delay, but they lose 4 members in the process. It's only Luis standing alone.
And the Lord will spawn up top. As long as Mythic Seal time it right here, it's going to spawn in, and they will not have to deal with the Lord. 15 seconds on Frost La Neve. There you have it. They wait for it, and they will have the route to go for the equalizer.
They went for the flicker, and they gain access to the base. It seems like Group A indeed is becoming very competitive. We're heading into another game number 3.
It would have been great if you had that, you know, later on, yeah.
So I think this wasn't the Hesu we are familiar with, like the Hesu we saw here, because people would say that he kind of stabilized the team in terms of decision making.
He's like, hey, I watched MWI. Yeah, I saw the final game.
Oh!
And an Esmeralda. Oh, this is so much riskier for Mythic Seal, their composition.
Yeah. Hey, this is what we wanted.
in his third Joy game.
That's right. This should be the last game of the day since we've had a lot. And imagine that. Okay, we've already beat the record for fastest first blood in this day. We got one in 29 seconds, courtesy of Boye.
Shout out to Boye, man, on the show. He's ruthless, just showing. Despite the tankiness, they still fell first blood, and it goes to show you how much burst Mythic Seal have. Explosive burst in the early game.
Yep.
Petrify again.
I mean, that's the pull yourself together, Kadira. They'll just be using all these skills over and over again. Flick is kinda low. Will they try to chase after him? Boye might try to disturb his farming. And that's a few moments away before we see the objective spawn. So they've done a really good job in zoning out the members of Corinthians. Hesse, though, somehow managing 2 members all by himself. Will get some help from Luis. But then that's the flicker from Kun already committed before the fight.
A bit of a mistake there from Kun. He walked up, tried to go for the vengeance, but Hesu popped in the Purify, falling Star Moon.
Oh, that was such an accurate use, but the knockup from the Breath of the Ocean. Nico tries to burst down Flick, but some of his HP goes back because of the Appraiser's Wrath. Ken, though, still steals away that objective from Corinthians Esports, despite a great start. And now Kun might just be the next to fall. Hesu doing a great job. Retribution committed just to slow him down, and he tries to dash back in. There's the Jeet Kundo knockup, and Kun,
oh my god!
What? He's still able to survive all that! Flicker from Luis finally takes the kill, but so many resources were committed just for that!
Great on over. Ken looking for it. Wow, Breath of the Ocean from Nico! And away of the Dragon to lock things down. Mythic Seal. A long team fight that lasted ages. Won out by the Seals, and now it's all in for them. Ken already invading the jungle. It's all right, you know, it doesn't have to always be them being behind. I think the last 2 games have taught them. Way the Dragon with a flicker, combo with the Rest of the Ocean as well. Wow.
That immediately deletes Luis before he gets to do anything or even looks for a setup. There's the dashes coming in from Ken. SOD lands as well. Upatizi goes in! And beautiful energy eruption used here by Flick. But then the response, the Breath of the Ocean coming in from Nico once again. It just denies so much from the attempts of Corinthians Esports. It's as if you try to commit to the fight, but then you just suddenly get knocked up. Okay.
Is it going to be a turret? Zippy?
At least Upatizi.
Oh, he's saying turret. Okay, he gets it.
No, he can't defend it. And he might not even survive. That was a close call. Zippy is playing a very brave gold lane for the past 2 games. Like, he's been very confident in his decisions. Flick might go in. Oh, double man knockup from the Jeet Kundo. SOD also lands. There's the better airstrike, but it won't be doing much. Flick is the first one to get taken down. Ken tries to reach for Frost on Evan, but it's the double kill instead for Zippy, granting them free control over this turtle once again.
Mythic Seal are feeling it in game number 3, styling all over the board. The Fredrin counter hasn't really been a way to stop Ken.
Yeah. Are they actually gonna try to do something now? Oh, they spot Upatizi, uses the SOD, but will that be enough? Luis is here to help, but the final slash, he gets to purify himself to safety, might just be able to walk away, but still, he had to use the Purify, he had to use the SOD. That's a lot. 2 members, could they be locked in here by the Fistcraft? They don't, and they won't commit it just yet. He also doesn't have it anyway. So a lot of utilities burned by both sides right before the objective. Boye is still trying to look for it though. But they might be a little more cautious. Never mind. Kun goes for the final slash, but there's no follow-up. Ken and Boye could have actually tried to do something. Oh, now they know where the other members are though. Nico tries to go in but gets denied by Luis. A beautiful way to shut him down, so they at least get a pick-off away from Mythic Seal.
A bit too greedy by Nico. Walks up, but he doesn't want to utilize the rough waves. Thought he had enough time to actually use it. But in the end, he got chain CC'd. Boye looking for an angle, and Upatizi is really not letting Mythic Seal breathe, not letting them play this slow-paced game. He's constantly punishing as Mythic Seal continue to hesitate on what to do.
Yep. At least now, for Corinthians Esports, they're able to somehow gain a bit of control since they were forced, or they did take a pick-up earlier. Upatizi bravely goes in. Oh, but it seems like that wasn't the right decision because it was Flick who was taken down. Frost on Evan uses the better airstrike but gets cancelled by Kun. And it's a free objective going into the hands of Mythic Seal.
The Arlet canceling out the Farsa there, just without Final Slash. We expected maybe Final Slash could be the way to do it. No, he just vengeance is over to Louise.
But again, I feel like Mythic Seal, they're okay with this. They still have a Lord coming up top, and they'll get this chance, this opportunity to clean up the remaining towers of Corinthians Esports.
Slowly but surely, sieging down the turrets in the side. We'll be walking with the Lord now. So far, they've managed waves really, really well, by the way. Now they're going to build up. Another big one is the Lord actually charges up top, and Flick is sent all alone. Yeah, he has to respect this. Ken is fully stacked up. Doesn't want to use electrifying beats. Should just be a holy defense here.
Yep. Breath of the Ocean, such a big problem. They don't want to let go of their holy shields, but unfortunately will have to. They have no choice.
If you're this good at going for picks on Cho, it basically is free. Good escape too with the Breath of the Ocean landing on Hesu. Lord slain. And Boye is looking for more, but he doesn't want to go for it. He knows he has the Lord.
Yeah.
Let's play with it.
There have been a lot of interesting interactions so far, but these are 3 waves, all synced, heading or close to gaining access to their base. Flick, already down half HP. Oh, the Flicker Final Slash might be the way to go. Feathered Airstrike already committed by Frost on Neve. They won't be able to cancel it for now, but they just focus on taking the inhibitor turrets. Kun, will he actually try this time? Flick, he gets bursted down. The Final Slash is committed onto 2 members, and that's going to be a tricky spot. Upatizi is the next target, and look at Nico just diving in! Gets a double kill away from Corinthians. Zippy as well. It's close to a wipeout. It's only Hesu left alive, and he too might be taken down as Mythic Seals. The upset is denied for this series.